Pity laughs could be heard among those in the crowd at the most recent Golden Globes Awards. And Jerrod Carmichael, who was a comedian I had never heard of before, was the host that day. And so let's just say that what we saw that at that event was neither funny, nor brave, nor profound. But of course, the news media wants us to think that it was completely subversive and edgy and risky. But really all it was dull and boring and preachy, as most woke culture is this day, but I'll let you check it out for yourself.
I am your host, Jerrod Carmichael, and I'll tell you why I'm here. I'm here because I'm black. Why am I here on the stage with you guys tonight? Well, I was at home. Drinking tea, and I got a phone call from my man, Stephen Hill.
So Carmichael would go on to suggest that he was placed in this position because, yes, he is a talented and skilled black man, but ultimately because he got paid a bunch of money to be the host of the Golden Globes. Now, we all know why he really was the host of the Golden Globes, because he's black and because he's a homosexual. So he checks the intersectionality boxes to the best of the Hollywood foreign press's ability to do so. And that's why he was really there. So let's just talk a little bit about not only his introductory monologue, but also his performance throughout the show. It was patently unfunny. Now, I know this is going to sound like shut up and dribble, and like I'm saying shut up and be funny, but I'm not just merely saying that. But I am saying this, that if you're a comedian, which is what the Golden Globes typically hires to host the show, if you're a comedian, you should at least be a little funny. And nothing that was said the whole night was in the least funny at all. And so I think it's only fitting that we have a brief montage as we say rest in peace to a truly funny Golden Globes host, Ricky Gervais. You are truly, truly missed.
Talking of all you perverts, it was a big year. It was a big year for paedophile movies. Surviving R. Kelly, Leaving Neverland, Two Popes. I like a drink as much as the next man. Unless the next man is Mel Gibson. Season 2 is on the way, so in the end, he obviously didn't kill himself. Just like Jeffrey Epstein. Shut up! I know he's your friend, but I don't care. If you win, right, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and off, okay? Born in England, she came to America and has taken Hollywood by storm. The star of the nominated movie, The Danish Girl, please, it's a dude.
All right, so Ricky will surely be missed, but in the meantime, we have a guy that's not funny and not brave. Places like Vogue are claiming that Jerrod Carmichael was incredibly subversive and edgy when he gave this talk as he sat on the stairs and got all Mr. Rogers with everybody. But of course, there couldn't be anything further from the truth. He's not brave for castigating a bunch of wealthy white people. I mean, these guys love this stuff. This group of Hollywood elites that don't have any way of truly repenting because they've totally rejected God in their life needs some way to absolve themselves of guilt. And so this is kind of like their annual pilgrimage, I guess, is to go to the Golden Globes and to have people call them a bunch of wealthy racist, wealthy white racists, of course, because you have to be white to be racist. It's a prerequisite now. So, of course, there's nothing brave about this. These guys have heard it a million times, and it's been said a billion times. To be truly brave, you have to say something that is risky. You have to say something that is actually courageous. You have to pay an actual price for what you're saying, rather than saying what a bunch of people will wholeheartedly clap along like seals to. Now, the other thing that I must mention, too, is that even if we say, well, Reed, not all comedians say things that are funny. In fact, the best comedians are saying things about culture and critiquing culture, and I would agree with that point. But I would have to tell you, In this instance, not only is it not funny and not brave, it is also not profound. This is a sermon that I think I could have done without and died a happy man. The things that are coming out of Jerrod Carmichael's mouth are not actually that poignant and that beneficial. I mean, he even admits to himself he's the token black guy that got hired just because of his color. And then at the end of his monologue says, well, the reason I'm really doing this is just for $500,000. So listen, you can't be brave and a sellout, and you can't be profound while also being a sellout. So is it too much to ask for us just to return to a system of values where we can finally, once again, truly discern what bravery looks like and what funny actually looks like and what profound actually looks like? The Bible says this: God hates an unjust weight. And so that means that he hates people who are lying, but he also hates flawed evaluations, because you never know what good is if you don't know how to determine what is good. If you don't really understand how to value the good and what the value of good actually means, you'll never know what good is. Maybe if we start with God, we can do what C.S. Lewis said, which is we can aim for heaven and then perhaps get heaven and earth in the process, rather than if we just aim for this earth, we'll get neither. So maybe if we crack open a Bible and we start thinking for ourselves, we can turn our sights onto something that is of transcendent goodness. Maybe the transcendent goodness of God. And then we can work our way down from there, and then we can actually end up somewhere reasonable. Without that, we continue to find that the people who are in the most positions of power deserve it the least.
So you just got done watching a small excerpt of a much larger episode. You can find the link to that full episode down below in the description of this video. So you definitely need to check that out, because if you like that clip, you'll like the much larger episode. And while you're at it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and click that little bell to be notified when great new episodes of Indie Thinker come your way. Thanks for watching.